Thank you so much, Reno, Nevada. Thank you for being my home for 14 unexpected months. This was the most obviously transformative time for me. I mean obvious because it seemed like each month I got to uncover more of myself through all the peace, quiet, stable routine, the consistency. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Reno, for your patience with me through all the undermining of saying how boring this city was. It was only because I was so used to such a fast pace, survival, stimulation type of mode, I forgot what it felt like to slow down. Thank you so much to the Stead area for being my safety grounds for this last year. It did take a screaming match with a roommate to realize that this house in the city is no longer for me, of my own expansion. There's so many lessons that I learned. I've definitely documented them. So this video alone is just an appreciation and ode to the city. I'm leaving to go back to Toronto, and when I booked the flight on Saturday, 3 days ago, I didn't know where I'd be staying. Even as I'm recording this right now, I don't know where I'm staying in Toronto. All I know is it's time to go home. It's time to go back. It feels a little bittersweet, but it feels like leaving my hometown. I know I can always come back here to visit. No decision is ever permanent, but it is time to see what else there is for me. I've been building such beautiful confidence and high self-esteem to be able to handle fast-paced places. It's been so nice to learn how to enjoy each day. Truly enjoy each small step. As a fire sign, we need a lot of reminders that small steps matter, and that just because we want something doesn't mean it needs to happen all at once and all right away. I've always thought my intentions to be pure, especially for my own life and my own dreams. Now I believe that I can do it. There was always a small part of me that didn't fully believe I can handle the dreams that I have. There was a season where I needed to validate why I didn't have the confidence I needed to make my dreams happen. But now I'm no longer wanting to be that version that doesn't feel like she can't do small things, big things, anything for herself. Just because no one's watching, so what? Just because I might be getting criticized for what I think is unjustly reasons, so what? At this point, I'm finally done trying to prove who I am. My boundary to myself is really matched curiosity. I know I'm full of curiosity. And if people don't want to ask a question, rather than assume what's going on in my life, that is okay. I used to take that really personal. Why doesn't anyone want to ask me the questions? Why are they just instantly judging me? And now I realize I just don't care to think for people, of people in that way. It's so interesting that I'm recording this and now outside the window is so loud with all these different kinds of cars. There's so many signs that says my next adventure is fully taken care of, and I fully trust it. There's so much more excitement than there are nerves about leaving. As of right now, all I can think of going back to Toronto is going back to the ghost spa, not out of fear, but genuinely I want to be in a spa. I want to sit in that jacuzzi, wake up to yummy food and tea, have a lot of peaceful, quiet time to do whatever I want in terms of relaxation. Just imagining myself in all these beautiful spots to write my story. I feel very inspired to make genuine quality time to write my story. I've had ideas for my stories for a long time, and I love how each chapter kind of comes with its own inspiration each time I work on it. I don't know what each chapter actually looks like until I'm writing it, which is such a beautiful process. I just want to be able to write an hour a day for her. She deserves to be written. She deserves to be written. The story in my head is so good, y'all. The peak is gonna go crazy. The peak is actually what I thought of first before anything. It was such a dramatic scene in my head, and I received it while I was crocheting. I just envisioned this one intense movie scene in my head. Nothing that I actually watched on TV before. And I was like, whoa, should I write about that? One thing encouraged another, and I was like, I think I should write about that. The scene is something that happens like way later. So the build up towards it is fun. It's really sweet to do research from ideas that you have and then work with both of those. It's so fun. All the details in my story so far definitely feel intuitive. I just want to embrace my creative genius so much. Already do with my crochet. I love how much clothes I'm getting into. I love how much I'm studying, reading in general. Quality time towards my feminine energy that I crave. Just want to be surrounded in a beautiful place. I want to be surrounded by beautiful people. And what I mean by that is their hearts. It's just so radiant. It's so exciting. I just want to be around beautiful energy that inspires each other to keep shining. No one's trying to tear each other's shine down at all. We're all uplifting each other. That is an environment for me. If there's something I'm holding on to with Toronto that I'm really excited for, it's to be surrounded by a lot of creative communities again. There were some here in Reno, and there are some, for sure. There's many creative people everywhere. But when I say there's a lot more creative community in Toronto compared to here, I learned how to crochet for free by someone teaching it in a dispensary. So that's what I mean by the creative community is literally like almost everywhere. I just want to be around that. I think I'm finally confident to be around that. Because when I did stay in Toronto, when I lived there, Etobicoke specifically, I was doing OnlyFans. I was very much on Twitter, trying to market myself that way a lot. I was in the process of trying to arrange my first ever collab. But at the same time, I didn't know if I wanted to be in a relationship. Like, that's just such an old season of mine. Oh my god, something's clicking. It's so crazy. Knowing that's how I felt last time being in Toronto, I was like, oh, I have to choose between potentially advancing in this career I also feel stuck in, but I also want to be in a relationship for, I don't know, just to not be alone, to be honest. So many cars, and they're different cars. That's so annoying. God. It just makes me lose my train of thought. Fuck. I truly believe I can have everything I want all at once because I can handle a lot more things again. I can say I've always known how to handle a lot of things, but the things I was trying to take responsibility over were a lot of responsibilities were not even mine. I just wanted to help a lot of people. You know, it became my burden that I wanted other people to do good, but they didn't even want that kind of motivation for themselves half the time, most of the time. So I was drained a lot. Now I'm going back to Toronto, be like, no, I can handle a lot because I have boundaries. I have boundaries and I have a really strong discernment towards who I want to be spending time around a lot. Wait, what? That was a weird sentence. You know what I mean. The confidence I have to go back to Toronto is what I feel like I was missing the first time I was there. I was so shy. I was so quiet. I definitely didn't like to stand out. I was in a lot of creative communities, and even the person I was staying with in Toronto, I never felt comfortable to shine on my own. I felt like if I did that, it would take from other people's shine, and I feel bad if other people don't shine with me or as much as me. At the same time, I didn't fully know what my shine was or how to when I say control her, I really think of it in a ways of like Jean Grey with the Phoenix. Like the Phoenix, you know, is so badass. You know, that's like what is it called? An OP character? I don't know what OP means. But that's the thing, right? Too much shadow influence can kill Professor X. Sorry for anyone who didn't watch. Not to say, like, I feel like when I could get into a very shadow influence, or when I could get into a really negative headspace and I know I have a lot of fire within me, I can cause destruction. I've burnt so many bridges. I know how to really end things, I should say. I'm okay with a lot of things ending. I want to learn how to kind of transmute that ending energy into creating energy, you know, more of the regenerative, like healing. Okay, I have an abundance of this fiery energy. Let's do some good instead of being okay with how things end. Because there was always like that fear of disappointment from doing too much. My flight is at 6 a.m. We're leaving the house at 3:30. I'm really grateful that my roommate is driving me to the airport. The screaming match I had was with his sister. It was very much long overdue. That conversation was meant to be had. We were just yelling at each other though. But I always kind of felt like that was gonna happen when it came to our confrontation. I've tried to talk to her in a more civil way, and I've tried to just observe how she would even handle a decent conversation, because when her brother talks to her about therapy or healing or like his own perspectives, she's not really listening to that. She's just listening to how offended she is by that. And if that's how she feels about her brother, I just didn't have confidence that we would have a normal conversation how I would like. With liquor courage one day and just a simple trigger, I went off. I'm not saying that was the healthiest thing to do. For my inner child, I think it was very much needed. Like, I needed to have a reason to get out of here by myself. I think I was in a mode of kind of waiting, and not that I was waiting for someone to save me, but I just kept waiting. I was like, I don't know how to go back to Toronto. I kept thinking, okay, I had to have a house to go to be established first before I can even think about planning a ticket. I don't know where I'm staying when I land tomorrow. There's no plans for what's happening. I'm thinking about going to a cafe, but I don't know with all my stuff. I don't know yet. But I don't want to just pre-plan anything and just get worried about that and stick with my comfort zone of thoughts. I really just want to feel like I have no idea what's happening, but I'm excited. I want to keep that mentality through Dallas to Toronto, because that's where the layover is, in Dallas. I've never been to Texas before, but I'm going there for a layover. But the layover is really short. It's 45 minutes. So I'm really hoping that I don't have to run, or things will be arranged okay. Everything will be fine. I have this delusional confidence that I love. It feels perfectly balanced in delusion and truly believing in myself, having faith, and seeing what seeds I have planted. I really do trust in my creations. I really am excited for what's happening in all areas of those. I feel like I'm part of something really big when it comes to collective healing. I honor that so much. I'm really grateful to be part of it, actually. I know I have a very strong voice. I want to use it. I have very strong opinions, and I'm really willing to learn at the same time. I've reached this point where I can listen to opposing opinions now without taking it personal. Y'all, if anyone has ever known me in my past, that's a big one for me. I used to get so triggered if someone thought differently than me, and I would try to fight them on it. I would try to debate all the time. I'm a Leo sun with a Leo Mercury. Like, you're just so batshit confident about what you want to say. And no matter how it might affect someone else, which sucks. And that's just a learning process for me. Like, I know how I've come across, like, trying to make my point more right and negate someone else's opinions. Yeah, I did it in a really rude way before. So I can be very accountable that my style of communication to prove I'm right was very hurtful before for me too. I'm not right all the time. And I don't have to be right all the time. And that's the thing. I don't have to be right all the time. The other week, I actually had spent time with someone I learned that was a Trump supporter as he was dropping me off. And I was just like, damn, if I knew that about you before really hanging out, I don't know if I would have enjoyed it. But it was just the fact that we initially were vibing and I allowed the day to happen as it did. As we were really having conversations, I saw that we thought very differently. He brought up, do you have conversations about politics? I straight up said, no. It's not a conversation I even like to have anymore because of how polarizing it is. And I think I just have such a, I'm gonna say, hippie view on it in a way that, like, I don't even think we should have a government, but that's a whole other fucking story. When people are like, which side are you? I'm like, I just say none. I would say I'd rather not. A memory that comes to my mind right now is when I turned 18, I was so excited to vote, right? You know what party was the first one I ever voted for? And this is because I literally went off searching up on my own opinion and seeing which one I valued the most. It was the Green Party, obviously. I remember going to vote and coming back home and I was like, Dad, I went to go vote. He's like, oh, really? Cool. Okay. Who'd you vote for? I was like, the Green Party. And he's like, what? His reaction was so funny. And I remember to this day because it was like he was trying not to laugh, but he was so confused. He was like, why would you vote for the Green Party? And I was like, wait, why not? What's wrong with that? And he's like, they're not going to win. And I was like, so? Wait, what? What do you mean by that? I don't know. It was just so sad because he's like, you want to vote for the party that you think is going to win out of the two. It made me so sad. And I just like remember seeing voting so differently. Like after that, I did kind of vote to how he was saying. I'm not going to speak on it. Didn't feel right. To this day, I just support the Green Party, if any party. The green one. While he was sharing his opinions of being a Trump supporter, I sat beside him so calm and just listening. I understand why you actually feel this way because previously he had told me about his upbringing, about what he enjoys, what he doesn't like, some religious trauma. It just fucking made sense. Like, oh, I can understand why you would want to vote for this person in this current state of how you feel. Judging by what you've told me, but not in a, like, criticizing way. It was more of an analyzing way. I'm trying to reframe what being judgmental is. There's this pressure to not be judgmental, you know, and it sucks because when there are people who classify as like being very judgmental, it's always usually be putting other people down. But at the end of the day, we're always judging something, whether it's good for us or not, right? I felt like in that moment, I was judging him because I just didn't know. And this is on a judgmental scale, like truly like a scale. I was like, I don't know if this person is right for me. I don't know, like, if we align. I don't know how this would be long term. I came to the conclusion, I was like, this connection, I don't know if it's going to be a good one for me long term, if this is how we truly view life right now. Like, sure, we might get along really well right now, but I don't think as the days go on, we're going to agree with things much. That became true within 4 days. Discerning judgment that I feel I've come into nice awareness and empowerment of. Y'all, I'm truly so excited. This is gonna kick off my January vlog officially. Today is January 13. January 14 at 6 a.m. is my flight. I will arrive in Toronto at 4 p.m. on January 14. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Nervous, but excited. Those are like the same feelings, right? Now I feel like I have to pee. That's the kind of excitement, nervousness, like almost needing to pee. Everything's all packed. It was actually really great to clear out the room, see how it is now. There's a clean slate feeling. I also just did a fire release ritual with the full moon earlier. The full moon here was at 2:47 p.m. I focused on releasing any resentment I still had towards people, whether I knew it or not. So this is truly trying to reach it on a subconscious level. I want to release resentment. I want to release assuming every connection will end and feels the same. Releasing fear of authority. Releasing attachments and disappointments of all the connections I made here. I was kind of holding on to like sadness about that. It's ready to release all that needs to for this new chapter I see so vividly. I don't know what's happening for the next page at all, but I know that the page is already turning. Slowly the title is becoming Toronto, but I don't see anything under that. Honestly, I'm just so excited to go to the Ghost Spa. Oh yes, I'm so excited to relax there. I'm just so excited to be there and just like fill my mind with luxurious comfort again. It's gonna be so sweet. I deserve it. I deserve the sauna variety, the convenience of a yummy restaurant, tea that you can order while you're laying on the couch. That is for me. I'm really excited, y'all. Okay, see you at the airport. She's at the airport. It's like 4:30. Boarding starts in an hour. I'm really happy. The worst part about airports is definitely just security check-in. It's just tedious and long, but I'm grateful that it went by really, really fast. Not checking in any baggage because my connecting flight is very short. All the stuff I'm carrying though. Bing. Suitcase. Backpack. My backpack, when I was putting it over my shoulder, I heard a stitch rip. So I'm like, shit, I really want this to last a long time. Just right here. This backpack has lasted me so many years. I really don't want to see her go. Staying on the travels she's gonna bring safely and comfortably. I want to pull out my crochet and start working on it, but I'm so tired. I'm so blanked out. I want to take a nap while I'm out here, but I'm just gonna save this sleep for the plane ride. 3.5-hour ride. It's actually gonna be 3:33. That's the time it showed. I slept at 1 and I woke up at 2:30. I feel really out of it. I didn't smoke or had coffee yet, and I just want to see my brain as it is without those things. I feel like either one would make me have a headache. I am on a walk. They give you a 15-minute break outside if you want. They give you a card to leave. They take your bracelet and then you can just go for a walk. I think it was actually like 30 minutes, but I'm gonna have a smaller walk today to have fresh air and be outside. I felt a little bit weird. Group of girls that came to sit in my section of the couch. Granted, my section was the most empty one because I was there for so long. It was filling up really fast. Whoa, there's so much people here. Because the couch I was sitting on, I stayed on for 4 hours. I took a nap for almost 2 hours, and then the rest I was editing. But when I got up, I felt so many dirty looks on me. Here's some water. Cute. I felt so many dirty looks on me, and I just felt weird after. Do I want to take a shower? But then part of me is like, no, pay your tab and just go outside. I was gonna go to the jacuzzi, but there's a lot of people here right now, and since I'm anticipating to sleep here one more night, I'm gonna wait till everybody leaves first, and then I'm gonna go enjoy the jacuzzi and saunas. There's no way I care to like do that stuff while there's so many people here. I built such a routine at this spa. It's so funny. I just spend my time doing other stuff until it's empty. When it's empty, when you have a jacuzzi to yourself and a sauna to yourself, bitch, that hits different. I'm gonna head back inside because now I'm getting fucking cold. Yay! I am back in Canada, bitch. It's cold. It's cold. It's so cold it hurts. I kind of missed it. You guys, it's so weird. I kind of missed it. I left for one winter. I didn't spend one winter in Canada for once, and I missed it. I don't even like snow like that. France. We're eating a mixed green salad, and we're having the clock is on. We're having a rose date tea. I thought it'd be cute to bring you on my adventures while I'm at the Ghost Spa. It'll be a fun surprise for me too because I'm not sure what to expect every single day. But why not record? Let's get little bits. Finished being in the jacuzzi. Prior to that, I was on live for an hour, watching something before that for an hour. Before that was journaling. I just want to say today is a really balanced day so far between being on the screen and not. You can really see how last time that I was here, I didn't know how to enjoy my alone time. I really just tried to pass the time when I was here last time. I could feel that difference. As I'm here now, I'm like, every hour feels so good. Every hour I get to do something fun for myself. Literally lost my train of thought just now. But I really want to write my story with a fun, creative channel. Because every episode, every chapter is a new thing. To finish this chapter, I think I'm on chapter 12. Already so jam-packed. I don't know how long this book is going to be. I think it's going to be super long. To even get to the main point, I don't even know how that's going to happen. When I say balance, I mean balance. I'm getting a salad and I already ordered chicken wings to go with it. Earlier for breakfast, this was a much weirder balance, but I had sushi and fries. That was weird. That was weird, but I was really craving both things at the same time. I never had them both at the same time before. Don't recommend. I think they have to be like really, really good fries for it to work out. Hi. Can I get hot sauce, please? As I was talking about my wings. Salad. Yum, yum. Figs, blackberries, mangoes. This is really good. Chicken with hot sauce. Rose date tea. Here's a little avenue. January 16 at 10 a.m. I just woke up. Well, I've been up since half an hour. I've been playing Township. I'm so obsessed with Township. I'm gonna take you guys on my full day today, as much as I can record, because we can't record in the jacuzzi or change room or the saunas fully. I'm gonna romanticize being here. I'm trying not to let any lack interfere. My budget has one remaining day here, and I'm not trying to overthink it. I really want to just enjoy the day instead of being like, oh my god, I don't have more for the next day, blah blah blah. I'm really gonna own it. One of the comments that I got was someone telling me in an irrelevant video, because this video was about how I don't look at couples that way and how I don't want someone else's man. And then this person came into the comments, was like, this is sad. Why don't you go back to your home? Why do you have to stay here? People are struggling in Canada as it is. With that, I give so much compassion. There's so many people that feel like if someone has something, it takes away from them, and that's not true. If someone has something, that means you can get it too. It doesn't mean you can't get it. And also, most times, if someone has something, the next person didn't even know they wanted it until they saw someone else have it. I can feel a lot of lack being projected onto me. So confident that I deserve to be here, enjoy it without any worry. I'm gonna see what that day looks like. Let's go. I haven't meditated in a minute. I'm so excited to do that. Here's a gym. It's the best. It has so much of what you need for in a spa. All the treadmills, this guy, bench, weights, bikes. They have 2 pool tables. Ready? This circular one is their newest one. That one is the one I played with before, but I'm gonna play by myself after. Finished doing my little stretches. Now I'm gonna play some pool. I'm charging my iPad in the far corner there, so I'm just gonna take my time. This is actually my first time ever starting the day off in the gym. I'm making the most of it. I finished my stretches really nicely and meditation. I feel centered. I haven't meditated in a minute. I'm about to play pool on this table. This round circular table. I'm not horrible at pool, but I can practice, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, y'all, update. I have the black ball left. I was stripes. I did good. Look how many solids I got left. And I accidentally put like a couple solids in. So, boom. Fuck with me in pool. Fuck with me. I'm gonna practice. Then what? I'm gonna keep practicing. Do y'all have faith in me? Ready? I have my last ball. I'm stripes again because solids are out. Can I get that? Can I get that?
Neighbors, got the neighbors knocking, neighbors knocking, neighbors knocking, neighbors knocking.
I'm having some soup after being in the gym. I went on live while I was playing pool. As I was charging my iPad,
I was like, oh, let me play like a couple rounds of pool by myself. Let me see what I'm like now, my skills. I played 5 rounds by myself, or 4. 2 strikes, 2 solids. I just want to work on my breaking. While I was playing, I was like, oh, why don't I just go on live? So that was fun for a second. I actually enjoyed how I started my day today a lot. I want to get into my journaling. I want to read. I can save writing for later. I just want to go back into the gym again before it gets crowded here. On average, it gets crowded here around 5, 6, like after people are done work. Rose date tea. I love it. I love the teas here. It adds to my calm relaxation vibe. I could drink more water though. I could drink more water. I have not been drinking a lot of water. There we go. I'm excited to see what this day's gonna bring. It's still only new. Few things going on right now. My desk looks a little busy. I say desk like I'm working here. My table is busy. I'm working on a few things. First, starting a new crochet project. I ran out of yarn from my other one. This is how much yarn I have for this. Actually making a maxi skirt. I'm finally making bottoms. I'm working currently on the waistband, which is cool. I've never done waistband yet. So, new crochet thing unlocked. I have tea. Rose date tea that I originally had, but then I started getting sleepy on the spot and I got an Americano. Part of me was like, just take the nap, take your rest. But yesterday, even though I felt like very balanced, taking a nap and then doing all the things that I was doing, I slept really late. I slept at like 3:30. That's not a problem either, time is time, but when people are coming here 9 and things and it gets loud and busy, I want to wake up when people are coming here. Prefer sleeping earlier. 3 is like way past what time I normally sleep. But if I think about it, in Pacific Standard PST time, it's 2 hours ahead, so maybe my mind is still there. I'm also writing in my journal, but not in a ways of journaling. I'm watching one of Alexis's new videos, inspirational. Normally I like to listen to her talk and her vlogs and all. I just like to watch her videos while I crochet or do something, but today I'm like, ooh, like so many key pointers, and it's only like 20 minutes into the video. This is an hour-and-a-half long video. Excited to see what else is gonna come. I already feel I'm learning a lot while doing my thing. Prior to this, I was doing my daily entry. I love being complimented about my writing so much. But that's not what I wrote today. That's from last week. This is today's journal entry right here. Finished her after I ate. Time check, 3:30.
Drop the top, I'm in the coupe, riding shady with my boo. Got a slim thing that's gon' shoot, she off the molly water too. Been getting money, fuck a hoe, can't cuff no nigga, he gon' go. If you got it, throw some more, spend that money, you ain't broke. Shake that money maker, show me what your mama gave you. Got it out the mud, it ain't a nigga out here said I made you. Bitches think they cute, these hoes be chicken like the commentators. If I see you with your booty, babe, you know I gotta take them. Man, this shit expensive, we getting money bags. Man, this shit expensive, we out here poppin' tags. Man, this shit expensive, ain't even gotta ask. Man, this shit expensive, you see it on the ass. Man, this shit expensive, we getting money bags. Man, this shit expensive, we out here poppin' tags. Man, this shit expensive, ain't even gotta ask. Man, this shit expensive, you see it on the ass. We in the majors, grab a script, bitch, this a movie. And know you talking to the queen like Austin Powers, it get groovy. Explicit coochie on my ass, he eat it up just like a smoothie. Got 200 on the dash, shit ain't a bitch that can outdo me. If you want this paper, you gotta sue me, I can't go for none. Spinning it like Kim, I take me shopping, got him on the run. Jimmy turn me up, I'm out here bumping it, stay with them ones. Can't even get my sloppy seconds, bitches out here eating crumbs. Man, this shit expensive, we getting money bags. Man, this shit expensive, we out here poppin' tags. Man, this shit expensive, ain't even gotta ask. Man, this shit expensive, you see it on the ass. Man, this shit expensive, we getting money bags. Man, this shit expensive, we out here poppin' tags. Man, this shit expensive, ain't even gotta ask. Man, this shit expensive, you see it on the ass.
It is actually the next day because yesterday I had a small freak out that lasted a couple hours. Wanted to calm down and soothe out. By the time I had food, I actually met a freaking kind ass stranger. Me and her were just talking almost all night, and when I say all night, I mean we talked till 1:30 in the morning. Like, oh, we should probably go to sleep now. I didn't end up sleeping till like 4 a.m. I think with the coffee, all of the things I was feeling. It's just a lot of overwhelming things to process, so I just stayed awake. And township, I am making a skirt. How it already looks is so exciting to me. Oh, summer's not gonna see me coming. I'm making a long maxi skirt. It's so cute already. I actually really like the process of making this so much. I have a lot of yarn to work through. I don't really know what to expect every single day, so I might as well continue making the most of what I can. I had a freak out yesterday. A bill got taken out. It put me under to pay for the bill, like $30. It freaked me out. It freaked me out so bad. I hated that it freaked me out, but I think it was a test because earlier, it was actually interesting. Earlier in the day, what I showed you with Alexis's video, she was actually talking about money, stretching your rubber band and feeling comforted. So while I was going through this trigger, I actually kept in mind, okay, this is a test of lack. This is a test to see how I'm gonna react. What I was seeking more than anything during that spiral was support. It wasn't necessarily like only financial support. It was genuinely like, I wanted to call someone and be like, fuck, I'm kind of freaking out right now. I just don't see something for me. Whenever I have that mode, I go onto TikTok Live. And while I was on TikTok Live, I just was trying to explain myself, and it didn't feel like I was getting the understanding or even feedback that I was hoping for. There was just so much more doubts coming my way. Oh, why are you even there? Blah, blah, blah. Like, you obviously can't afford it and all this stuff. And then I literally was just like, where else can I go though? There's hotels. You pay like $300 at once. Here, it's so suitable for my day-to-day. Of course it looks scary. Of course it feels scary. A part of me got into my head for so long. I was like, oh, I hate asking for help for so long. But it's just what I'm guided towards. So much of what I'm gonna do in this world and so much of what I want to do is to help people. If I can't even ask for help, but I'm always willing to give help, that doesn't make sense. For me to be in like a respectable reciprocity, even just for myself, I have to be able to learn how to ask as well and receive it. I can't always be the one to overgive and then feel resentful. I want to just sit in the stillness. The lovely that I connected with yesterday, we had such a nice conversation. It was so nice to share my story with someone who didn't make me feel bad about my story. No shame about it. They were like, holy fuck, yeah, I get it. It was like the first time in a long time I had that kind of response. In that one regard, it was really fun and great. Second was just the whole housing thing. Wasn't gonna take anything she said personal. If she or anyone didn't experience relatively even the same things as me in this little journey of the past 3 years, there's no point in listening to their advice. They don't even experience what they're trying to like give advice towards. I would prefer listening to people who actually went through it instead of just saying it, because it's so easy to just say it. To really empathize is what I prefer in this current state. We shall see. But this is my update of my skirt. And I'm gonna continue watching Bretman and other things and probably continue my story once I feel focused enough. I literally slept at 4 and woke up at 9, so I feel weird. Story time. Chapter 12. This is where I'm actually gonna end off this vlog on January 18th, midnight. Don't know what to expect for tomorrow. I think I'm gonna have fun either way. Had this huge epiphany while watching another Divine Feminine, owning the smile, owning that, okay, you know what, I am done. I am done living a life of victim. Things are always gonna be hard for me. I'm done. I'm gonna enjoy this luxury. I'm gonna enjoy this comfort because I know I deserve it. And how easy it was for me to get here, be here, not without crying, not without getting into my head, but with when I look at the surroundings and how things played out, it went easy. There's like this unshakable trust that I'm trying to gain, unshakable acceptance, happiness. I was writing earlier in my journal that today feels like a finale, and not in a way of rushing being here. It's more of, maybe it's like a finale of an old season. January is already starting off great. Like I said, this is gonna be my year. This is gonna be so many people's years. I think this is gonna be the year where creatives really shine, especially the creatives that have been doing this for at least a year. There's gonna be things proven about what we've been creating and what we've been investing our time in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Your support means everything. Well wishes mean everything. Stay golden. See you in the next one.